Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Davide, chef of Insideat class. What we're going to do today? Today we're going to do another classic and very typical Italian recipe. One talking about risotto with porcini mushrooms. But as always, we're going to make it a little bit different, a little bit more fancy. So we're going to add a little bit of saffron. So at the end of it, we're going to see how to prepare risotto, so rice, with porcini mushroom and saffron. Typical autumnal recipe, so it's a little bit heavy in the sense that we're gonna use a little butter, a little cheese, but it will be definitely mouth-watering. So let's see how it goes. Now, in order to prepare authentic risotto recipe, we of course do need a good vegetable broth. So here I have almost 2 liters of cold water. I'm gonna add a chopped potato, a whole thing, same thing with the onion, a whole chopped onion, celery, and carrots. One and one. Now, I'm gonna cover the pan. I'm gonna cook my vegetable broth for around 20 minutes. So while our vegetable broth is cooking, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna cook a quarter of an onion, just finely cut, a little bit of parsley, just a branch. Then we got half of chili, fresh chili, a little bit of black pepper, and a spoon of butter. So let's cook it. Well, our finely cut onion now start to get a little bit more brown, has soaked all the butter. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna add the porcini mushrooms. Today I choose to use dry porcini mushrooms, but keeping in mind to keep the water that we're gonna use it to give more flavor to risotto afterwards. What to do? Just pick it up your drained porcini mushrooms, drop into the pan and cook it with the other ingredients. So now, after 2 minutes of cooking with a very high flame, I'm gonna add a little bit of dry white wine to saute, to flambe a little bit our mushrooms. So I'm gonna keep cooking with a high flame until I don't smell, the flavor and the smell of the alcohol anymore. Well, I've been cooking my mushrooms for at least 5 minutes. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna split part of that, I'm gonna keep it whole like that, chunks, I'm gonna leave into the pan. Another half with a little bit of liquid, I'm gonna put into a cup, add half of potato, the potato that I boiled into the vegetable broth, and now I'm gonna simmer, I'm gonna mix everything together until I reach a very creamy and soft consistency. That's the consistency that we're looking for, okay? Very smooth, very creamy. In the case the cream seems to be too hard, too thick, what we can do is just to add half of a scoop of the vegetable broth and mix everything together until we reach this smooth and wonderful consistency. So, finally everything is ready, the cream is ready, the vegetable broth is ready. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna toast a little bit the rice, okay, with the sauce they have, with the mushrooms sauce. I'm gonna add it like that and cook everything together for a couple of minutes. Toast, toast, toast. Wonderful. I've been cooking the rice just with the sauce for a couple of minutes just to make sure that every single piece of rice will start to get very toast. Now, scoop by scoop, we're gonna add the vegetable broth, very hot, and if we have it, also the water of the mushrooms. And we're gonna keep cooking the rice slowly for at least 15 minutes. Look how beautiful it is. So now the risotto is almost ready. I'm gonna add the cream, the mushrooms cream, and I'm gonna adjust the plate with a little bit of salt. Just make sure that's salty enough. And keep going. So the risotto, it's ready. What we have to do now, no flame, as you see, I'm working on the board. So just a little bit of butter, half of a scoop, half of a tablespoon, and drizzle of parmesan. Okay? And we just mix everything together. This way. And now it's time to close our recipe with our precious and super tasty saffron. So it took us almost 45 minutes, so it's a quite long recipe, of course, but it's worth it. Okay, the result is just mesmerizing, wonderful, super creamy, thanks to the cream that we made with the potato and porcini mushrooms. Also thanks to the cheeses, it's very colorful. Thanks to the saffron that we put on top, a little bit of parmesan, and I use a little bit of herbs like thyme. The result is just amazing. The taste, it's wonderful. I taste it for you. Again, I'm Chef Davide, and I was your power chef for today. Again, buon appetito.